Happy birthday, Aries, Taurus. Sorry for the delay. I even had another delay just now. I started sneezing and couldn't stop for a good while, so hopefully we can get to your reading because it's your birthday and we're going to do a year spread, see how things are going for you guys. So, checking out your underlying energies, you actually look pretty good so far. You have the Queen of Chalices for the Tarot of Pagan Cats. And underneath the chakra deck, Soulmate. So that's a pretty nice pairing. This is basically someone who's either meeting their soulmate or dreaming of their soulmate. I think it might be dreaming of, or you have your soulmate and it's almost like you've captured them and put them in this bowl. Like this is a little goldfish in that bowl. It's really hard to see. But I feel like if you already know your soulmate, if you know you're with your soulmate, it may feel like you're actually containing them in some way. Oh, it's a strange energy. It's like you don't let them go out and hang out with friends or that kind of a feeling, and that might not be you. That might be them doing this to you, if you know your soulmate already. Otherwise, this energy is coming in to you. And if that's the case, this person could be really emotional, but stable as well, and they want to share what they know about emotions with you, possibly they're artistic. It's an interesting underlying energy, only because when I see the two cards, I'll show you, the kitty is looking away from it, so it's almost like it's in her mind that there's this soulmate attachment. So that makes me think that you probably haven't met them yet. But you have this one person maybe in mind, and that's the person you're keeping in this bowl, this dish, this confined, I almost want to say compartmentalized situation. So it's like you're not, pardon me, you may not be moving away from this person too, and that's causing you to miss a soulmate opportunity. It's a very interesting energy. So we're going to start off, this is the theme of the year, and you have Three of Wands and Service. So Three of Wands is really, oh, I can't get I can't seem to get them there. I want them right in the middle here. Three of Wands in the kitty deck is like actively waiting for service. Oh, maybe some of you are in the military, so you're actively waiting to go, I don't know how you call it, go on service, go on duty, that kind of a feeling. And if not, you're actively waiting for a job, or possibly you do have a loved one that's maybe ill. But this is for a whole year, so I'm thinking it could be about a job and or possibly military. Maybe you know somebody that's in the military, and then you're actively waiting for them to come home once they go. There could be other things you're waiting for. Maybe you can see it in the cards. I mean, obviously everybody's waiting for something, so I just feel like it's a real job thing, especially for the main theme. So that could be your main thing to conquer this year, is finding the right job or providing some kind of service. You want to do it anyway, you're waiting to do it. Pardon me, my voice is so bad now that I just sneeze forever. So this is the opening message for the year, Magician and Gossip. So that's kind of an interesting energy. Kind of feels like someone may be manipulating the situation and you're trying to control it. Can't see the Magician here. You're trying to control it, but it feels like either other people aren't taking your word for it, or they're causing gossip behind your back, which is skewing the actual information. It's kind of what I'm feeling. So that can be a rough energy because you don't maybe know who's doing it, although I have a feeling you do. Possibly even a parent or a child. So somebody may be very close to you actually. Could be manipulating the situation. It looks like you'll have to use your tools to figure this out as well. It almost feels like too, it could be like a community thing where you're trying to get people together to say come do some creative work maybe. And they're kind of like, I don't really want to. You're like, but no, come on, just try it. And you use your magician powers here and kind of get it to come together. That could be this job thing actually. That could be you promoting yourself and people aren't really interested at first, but you're using your tools that you have at hand, and possibly a little bit of manipulation, because I feel like, okay, I feel like you know how the world works, so you're gonna like, it's not a bad manipulation necessarily, you're really trying to make these people enthusiastic about the situation, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. Alright, so now we're going to look at actions you can take to get your goals done. So you have complacency and Nine of Swords. Oh, these are kind of a rough energy. Very both regret and disappointment, and it's just not showing you that card there. Okay, if this is actions you can take and it's about regret and being upset and almost not wanting to not care anymore, it feels like it's a growth thing where you need to let go of the regrets and or forgive yourself. Pardon me, that kind of a feeling, because that's actions you can take. You don't want to go into a feeling of depression or something. You want to get out of that feeling of depression. I also feel like out of a victim mentality, if that's a feeling you've had, which is strange because I just watched the last year's birthday spread for you guys and it was similar. It had that feeling in it, the victim mentality. And I think that would be really important to get over if you're trying to get other people involved in an enthusiastic way, You gotta let go of any hurt feelings you have about maybe past, maybe you tried whatever you were trying before in the past and you have regret from that, and I really think you're gonna move towards it. Although this was actively waiting. Remember that waiting isn't gonna get you anywhere. You kind of gotta have some action. Interesting spread. Okay, we're gonna check out, these are your challenges or obstacles. You have justice and acceptance. Okay, so justice traditionally is like fairness and things will work out fairly, that kind of a feeling. But justice in the kitty deck is really about karma. So accepting your own karma, accepting the karma of others, accepting something. So I really feel like if your actions were to get over this feeling, then now the challenge is to actually realize why it happened or something, or it's about karma anyways, so what goes around comes around, that kind of a feeling. And I guess with justice then it could mean that it was fair and just however it happened. And maybe it feels like there's definitely spirit gonna guide you here to get over this. You're basically, for me, karmic issues, that kind of thing, because I talk about it often, is basically learning a lesson, and that lesson helps you move on from that karmic issue. Because, I don't know, we all do things that are right and we do things that are wrong, but I don't think, like, I don't think most of them are like death sentence wrong, if that makes sense to you, which means you probably did a few little things that you didn't realize were adding up. And if that's the case, then you need to do some good to counteract that or balance that, and at the same time really learn what you did wrong. And that could be you or that could be someone you're dealing with. It's hard to say. So you'll kind of know, I'm sure, where that's coming from or whatnot. Okay, so now we're going to look at your parting message. You have Four of Swords and Perseverance. So, Four of Swords is often about resting. I feel like at the same time this kitty, you can't see him. I hope you can see him now because I can't really see him. I feel like he's dreaming about what he's trying to manifest here. And with Perseverance, I think it's really telling you to keep going towards your main goal, which what I could see from this spread was work or some kind of service in some way. And I just feel like as long as you can get over the regrets or sad sorrow, something like that, and forgive, I think that's where the acceptance and justice comes in. And it feels like you really need to do some self-reflection or just like time to yourself as much as you can. Like I see this kitty, I was going to say he's dreaming. I think I did. I don't know what I'm doing now. But I think that he's also meditating too, which maybe is something that you might want to start doing if you don't do it. because the most important part of this whole spread, I think, is the Queen of Chalices and Soulmate card. So, like I said, that may be a person in your life already. Now I'm going to lose my voice. But if it isn't, again, I feel like you've compartmentalized that or something, so it kind of feels like you have a certain list of the way a certain partner, soulmate, whatever should be, and maybe that list is too small. And I'm going to just show you this again, because remember, Kitty, which is probably a she because it's the queen, has her goldfish in her bowl. But she's laying in a puddle, and behind her, you can't really see it, is the sea. So, or at least a bay or something, so like way more water with way more fish. To me, it just feels like, oh my gosh, that's so weird. Okay, what I was going to say is, to me, it feels like you're keeping your options too narrow, something like that. Oh, and now that I look, it's really just a bag the kitty's laying on, but it looks like water, and behind her is the sea. Now, right underneath it was the Seven of Cups, which is different choices, different options, and in this deck, they're all good. So, you know what I mean? Oh, and right underneath is the King. Oh my gosh. So it's trying to tell you that there's someone out there probably that you're not focusing on. You have somebody else wrapped up in this package, and that's the one you want, but there's somebody else. Oh my gosh, I'm getting shivers now, you guys. It's making me crazy. So actually, that was the most exciting part of the reading for me. I hope that some of this gives you some insight and that you have a really happy birthday and a beautiful year, and just get over anything that you have to from the past, because I think that's really the most important thing. Alright guys, take care for your birthday, have a wonderful time, and party safe. Always have to say that. Make sure you guys get home safe, and take care.